Morning tribe. Thought I'd come in here and do a little energy update, pull from a couple decks for the week, and just give us some guidance. I will be doing a pick a pile soon, probably later on in the week. So stay tuned for that. Although my pick a piles, I feel like they all kind of relate. The spirit, uses me as a channel and everything is connected, right? But today I'm going to use my Everyday Witch Tarot. It's a new deck that I have, very Halloween-y. The first card we have out is the Five of Cups. You know what's funny? And the Page of Swords. I've been seeing these cards a lot. And what calls my attention about the Five of Cups is always the Two of Cups that's in the background, right? And to me, the Five of Cups is about focusing on things that aren't working and missing the opportunities that are still available to us. With the Page of Swords, this can have to do with communication, can have to do with communication with others, where we speak too harshly, and maybe we regret what has been said or how it's been said. And for me, I feel like the Page of Swords here represents like an apology, like whether you are the one needing to give an apology for harsh judgments or harsh communications, or whether, this may be something that you feel you were owed. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So, emotional times. I do feel the Queen of Cups in this deck is pregnant, and there's a lot of witches that are pregnant in this deck. I thought that was really interesting. So, Spirit Baby is definitely in the mix here. But more so than that, I feel like what we're experiencing now is based on the emotions that we're feeling, right? And the emotions at play. And I feel like soon we'll be diving into Scorpio energy, and Scorpio energy tends to, I don't want to say avoid emotion, but it has deep emotion that it doesn't always address. And so I feel like with this Five of Cups, there are situations from the past that are keeping you too focused on the past, okay? And again, sometimes we don't get the apology that we want, and we need to just give forgiveness anyways. Forgiveness to ourselves for whatever we engaged in that didn't suit us or wasn't in our best interest. Also, there's the ability to do that work in like a meditative state in the 5D. Like you can imagine that person there and you apologizing to them if like physical communication isn't possible. And I say this because we have the Fool energy there as well. And the Fool energy, is about a new cycle, right? It's like if you find yourself still dwelling on the past, I feel like this 1010 portal and just the messages that everyone's been getting on that has been about letting go of that, right? And sometimes that means, like I said, accepting the apology that you never got, yes, but also holding that sort of truth and saying, okay, it's time. Yes, I realize that, this caused these feelings, these unsettling feelings, but there are still other opportunities for me. And like, there's like this whole party behind it. It's like she's missing, let me show you. She's missing everything that's available to her in the present moment because she's focused on the three that fell. But there's this whole table of food and drink and like fun times just behind her. And I feel like that's what it is. It's like Spirit is saying, wake up. Enough with the dwelling on what hasn't worked or the past. Time to take a leap of faith. Time to trust that everything happens for a reason, right? And I pulled from this dragon deck here, and we've got Crystal Yellow Dragon. Opens your higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. Yeah, and I know that's hard sometimes to take, to be the bigger person sometimes in situations, especially if there's a lot of emotion involved with it. But with that, pregnant Queen of Cups, I feel like Spirit is saying there's just so much available to you. And look at all the fish here as well. Also reminds me of Pisces. Look at all the fish here, right? There's a lot of abundance, a lot waiting for you, right, in your vibrational escrow. So you shouldn't be focused on what isn't here. Instead, like the ocean, allow the ebb and flow of life to kind of take its course. One more dragon here. We've got the green gold dragon from Sirius. So some of you may identify with that star family. If your star seeds, it says brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. So for some of you, and I feel like this relates to me, right? Because I did that art of letting go thing. I feel like for a lot of you, you know, you're light workers like myself, and you're being this transmitter of sacred knowledge, and this is opening you up to higher learning and wisdom. Okay, even if you're not a light worker, that's true. Spirit also wants you to know that you're protected, and that, you know, your experience is going through a metamorphosis, okay? Look, and this was on the bottom of the deck as well, the Rainbow Dragon. Brings a leap of joy that opens new doors. Have trust, rediscover wisdom, expect miracles, and accept opportunities. Exactly. Accept opportunities. Leap of joy, right? That open yourself to new doors. So joy opens you up to new doors, right? And I should have probably taken all these cards out before I started, but I did it. And it's funny because I used some decks here that I don't generally use. I mean, not routinely. They aren't like my routine decks. You know how we all have like favorite decks. So spirit animals, what message do you have for this? A lot of elemental energy here. So staying grounded is important. To me, the rainbow is also always a sign about renewal. So we've got the panda. Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or place of work. Right, so you don't have to limit your sacred practice to like your private time. I have crystals around my desk at work. Sometimes people ask me about it, sometimes they don't, but what everybody does say when they walk into my office is that there's good vibes. Okay, so good vibes are amazing. Zebra, it's funny, that's a lot of black and white, kind of reminds me of the yin and yang, right, duality. Let go of fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. That's the second time we see like a message about protection. So again, do call in your divine protection. Especially if you're a light worker, because there's a lot of people exposed to your light, and you know, they're not always going to resonate. Not everybody's going to resonate with what you say, because not everybody is at that same place in terms of, you know, wisdom and experience. So you've got grouse. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. And it's so interesting with the Fool card, right? So Spirit definitely wants us to let go of the past, let go of our past disappointments, and truly enjoy the moment. Okay, it's so funny because when I read that, I thought of this thing that I used to say with my twin. It was Perreo Saturdays, that we would just hang out and like listen to music. Maybe that's something you want to do. There's a friend you want to hang out with, and just spend time with. Maybe for you that's a counterpart. And then we have the Wolverine. You're a lot tougher than you think you are. So just remember that. And it says the experiences that you're presently going through are initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. So for some of you, this shadow work that you're doing, this experience that you're having is preparing you as a healer, okay? I did bring this deck, although it's not my favorite. There's a lot of triggering messages in here. Again, triggers aren't bad. They kind of show you where the healing is. So let's see. It's just more so like karmic energy that I don't love, but that's okay. Sometimes we have to push through our discomfort, right? And that's part of the Five of Cups as well. So let's see, Spirit, any messages about love this week or relationships? Talking. So interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, harving. So maybe some of you are focused on like lack of communication, and Spirit is saying, well, there's an opportunity here for that. Make sure that you're taking care of your energy, because you may be blocking yourself off from like inviting communication in. Or maybe you're too focused on getting communication, and that's creating resistance. What else, Spirit? Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting, hesitation. And this is let go of fear and know that you are safe, protected at all times. So for me, like this feels like masculine energy that wants to say something, right? But this can equally be feminine energy. I just feel like Spirit is saying, like, don't dwell on past disappointments when it comes to love, or maybe mistakes that you feel you made in a connection that you know is supposed to, with the Two of Cups in the back, go beyond this current experience. Like sometimes we have to look at our connections, especially soul connections. Obviously, listen to your intuition. If you're being guided to let go because the person is toxic, or because you know, they're not giving and receiving in balance. Well, you know, that's different. You have to call in your boundaries. But this is more like, have faith that love is coming, and that for some of you, you know, in the past there may be some history there, but you can talk through it. It's like Spirit's way of saying, for some of you, there you can talk through this. If that other person is willing to talk through it, is willing to accept, you know, their role in this, and you are as well, because we all play a role, then there may be this surprise invitation or meeting for you guys. Or this person may be hesitant about that because they feel like there's things that are unsaid, and Spirit is saying, let go of your fear and just talk it out. I mean, you're just delaying something or postponing something. It just kind of makes it worse, like, right? Like, just get it off your chest, communicate. And it's funny, I'm wearing a tanzanite crystal necklace this week. I was guided to do that. So again, communication can be a big thing. Speaking your truth, etc. And soulmates, wow. So soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract, literally what I was talking about. And remember I said Perreo Saturdays with this energy. Again, I feel like it's a new beginning for a lot of you, and soul connections. This can be twin flame too. Soulmates, twin flames are a kind of soulmate. Or this can be a different connection that's more high vibrational that you're aligning to in this new cycle. Whatever that is for you, no judgment, right? They're all high vibrational relationships if we look at them that way. And we see the hawk here, like looking at things from a higher perspective, right? Again, I do feel like there's a collective here, because I've been channeling it for some time, that is going to be walking into this new cycle when it comes to love, right? And bottom of the deck, love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So again, we attract love by being love, right? I've been saying that a lot lately, by giving ourselves the kind of love that we want, that we desire from someone else. And not with the expectation of receiving love, but more so just because it's an energy that you want to give out. You want to be open, like, how, you know, you want to be at that vibration of the love that you desire, right? I'm going to take a few cards from this deck here. Yeah, so again, I feel like, and we've been talking about this, 11 and 14 here. So again, there's someone here who is not being completely honest about the way that they feel. They may be putting on a show. Like I said, there's this energy cleanup that needs to happen. For some of you, this is actually cleaning up your physical homes, to restore harmony, like energetic harmony. Remember I was talking about your office and having crystals? This can be the truth for your home as well. Your home is a sacred space. Now we have church, principle, religion, dogma, family values, marriage, collective consciousness, structure, belief system, tradition, and programming. Yeah, again, different unions will look differently for all of us, and there's no reason to judge how your union looks. For some of you, this is with the Pisces. For others of you, this is about money or finances or investments, or prosperous times. Again, I feel like this was also like the Queen of Cups was also like an indication of abundance here. And I feel like, you know, we were talking about in the beginning of this reading, before we got into the love aspects, that we are connecting to higher learning and wisdom, and with that comes, you know, abundance in all forms. Abundance doesn't only come in money, it comes in love, it comes in high vibration, it comes, you know, in whatever you desire, right? Your desires manifested. I've been wanting to clean my house for so long. I don't know if you guys have been feeling this too, like getting rid of stuff that I don't use, like in my closet, that doesn't fit and I'm just ready to let go of. So for some of you, that's a special note there. All right, Spirit, before we close out this reading, give us a high vibrational Lemurian card here to kind of close out. Well, gave us two. So what's funny is that we have Starseed Elemental. So a lot of you guys watching this have Starseed origins. Again, maybe from Sirius, because we have Sirian energy here. Again, this is a time of like connecting to your divine self and your higher wisdom. And for some of you, I feel like it's this Starseed origin, like the Starseed family that you're wanting to connect to. And then we have, look at this, another dragon there, radical expansion. So all in all, whether it's about love, whether it's about work, whether it's about your spiritual knowledge and being a light worker and your light work, this week is about connecting to that higher energy, radical expansion, letting go of the past as we, you know, migrate through that 1010 portal, and accessing all that is available to you through the energy and the cosmos, which is a lot of abundance and a lot of love if you're open to that and not stuck on past disappointments and past cycles or phases that didn't work. Have some fun, you guys, with this full energy and Perreo Saturdays and the music energy that I got here as well, okay? Sending you lots of love. Take care.